Here's a question for you, Hugh. Of course, you're delighted to have Ronaldo. Of course you are. And of course, when the opportunity is there, you've got to go and take him. Do you need him?
I don't think Manchester United needed him as much as Manchester City, of course. They don't have a central striker. The other teams around them, including Manchester United, have brought in new centre forwards and extremely good players at that. Manchester United, I think, were well placed. Okay, Edinson Cavani doesn't start every single match. He's a couple of years younger than Cristiano Ronaldo. Maybe they would have had a similar effect on the goal scoring charts. Maybe, Cavani, if he had played regularly, I think there were enough goals in the Manchester United team. How many points does he add is really the question. He'll add loads of goals. He'll add loads of assists. He will be Manchester United's main player. I've absolutely no doubt. And he will be a rip-roaring success for the club. It's sensational to have him back in the Premier League. And I think all of Manchester United's rivals should be worried about the effect that he's going to have, particularly with his winning mentality, which we can talk about in a second. But I think that takes Manchester United up a few levels as well. In terms of points, Chelsea and Manchester City and Liverpool need to seriously worry about Manchester United. So, look, the romance of it, sensational. Newcastle aren't going to have a chance. There's a part of me that thinks he might not even play at the weekend. If he does, he'll come off the bench. There'll be this huge moment where he's on the touchline and his number goes up and we see the 7 and he jogs out into the pitch and the crowd goes absolutely nuts. Why start him? You want that moment, don't you?
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see. I don't know what you think about Ronaldo, whether that winning mentality will take Manchester United onto a title or not.
Bruno Fernandes said that he takes them a step further to those trophies. We spoke about it recently about excuses, and there weren't any excuses. That was before Ronaldo had signed. So I'm intrigued to see how this one plays out. But my one concern would be, I think they, like you say, I think they will continue to score goals. Will they concede any less? And that's what it could be down to as well, because he's not going to work hard for the team, is he?
This is what I mean. I mean, you did your 3. I would actually say Varane, then Sancho, then Ronaldo. Not in terms of the players, because I think people watching this might be thinking, well, hold on a minute, you need Ronaldo. Everyone needs Ronaldo. He's got to be number 1. What we really mean is positionally and impact on the team in terms of the position. So Manchester United probably needed a centre-back most for me. They got Varane. Then probably a right winger. They got Sancho. And then a striker was probably latterly what they needed the most. They've got Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, that probably flips on its head in terms of overall impact, because the striker that they brought in is such an elite player, one of the world's best players of all time, not just currently. So that's what we really mean about the player.
And also his impact on someone like Mason Greenwood, Hugh. Like Mason Greenwood had a cracking start to the season. Yeah. He's not going to play, and he's certainly not going to play through the middle anymore, is he?
Listen, the impact of Ronaldo is an interesting one, because for me as a Manchester United fan, it's great to have a legend at the club. And, people always say, oh, the young players will learn so much. But actually, in terms of what Manchester United have been doing out on the pitch, because they've had quite a young team, and I think the workload has been shared, the responsibility of the likes of Marcus Rashford, the likes of Mason Greenwood, the players in the attacking fold for Manchester United, Cavani, has been shared around, that responsibility now basically hands itself over to Cristiano Ronaldo. Everyone will look to him out on the pitch to be the man that provides the special moment, to be the player who leads from the front, not just in terms of their play, but in terms of almost being like a captain. It's like, wow, I'm Mason Greenwood. I look over, I see Cristiano Ronaldo. You're almost thinking, give the ball to him. I might have been playing so well. And also, Ronaldo was the sort of player that demands that forward area work around him and to his benefit. So it's really hard to judge what the impact will be. We might be sitting here saying, Mason Greenwood's not taking players on as much. He's not having as many shots. He's giving the ball to Ronaldo as much as he possibly can. We saw all the Instagram posts and tweets from the other Manchester United players talking about Ronaldo arriving, talking about the impact he'll have. And I hate to say it, there's a lot of fanboys in the Manchester United team. I see one walk onto the pitch with a pair of CR7 boots, by the way, at the weekend in that Man United squad.
As beautiful as they are.
As beautiful as they are. You can't do that. I think there is this deference, this respect for Cristiano Ronaldo, but that will have an impact. Bruno Fernandes is going to look for him. Paul Pogba is always going to look for him. Will Ole Gunnar Solskjaer be the sort of coach who can take responsibility of controlling a match where, yes, it's going to be about Ronaldo, but it's going to be about him getting on the end of things. We've still got to play our normal game. He's just our striker. We can't just give it to Cristiano. And I think that's going to be really interesting to see whether it has any material effect on the style that Manchester United play with, because I do think Ronaldo in Manchester United's team immediately changes that. They can't play, in my opinion, end to end in the same way. Yes, he's still got the physical attributes, but every time you get the ball, you can't just counter attack 90 yards every single time you get the ball. They do have to sort of tailor their game to Ronaldo. I expect Manchester United to be more possession based now. I expect the balls into the box. He's so good in the air to be more now. Mason Greenwood likes to dribble in and have a shot, as he's working on his crossing, because you've got Cristiano Ronaldo in the box now. And it's like, you need good delivery. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Luke Shaw, we know he's a great crosser of the ball. But these players need to be getting the ball into the box now, because you've got Cristiano Ronaldo in there.
You're doing it. Even you're doing it. Yeah.
To get the best out of him, that forward area has to gravitate around his game. Otherwise, what was the point?
Yeah, I totally agree. I'm fascinated to see how it plays out. I think this is a nice first game. I agree with you on that one. And I think it might be one where they're struggling to break them down. And then Mr. Clutch himself turns up in the second half and comes on and scores a winner. But
he can't take pens for me. No, keep him off him.
Bruno needs those goals. Yeah, good luck with that.
He's missed 7%, Bruno Fernandes, in his career. Cristiano is around the 20% mark. He's one of the best.
He's taken a lot more. I get what you're saying.
You can't take Bruno off pens. Come on.
I would love to be a fly on the wall and see that conversation. And Ollie goes, Bruno, Cristiano, have you got a minute? Can we just quick chat about the penalties? I think there's actually, that's two bulls, isn't it? Just driving into each other. Is it bulls? It's not bulls, is it? Rams. Bulls. Rams. Yeah, two footballs. Let's move on.
Hi, I'm Hugh Woozencroft from ESPN's Football Forecast. Make sure you're subscribed. You can follow all of our predictions throughout the season and get some other great analysis from our big names as well.